Hello students, now let's start our lesson about global education.
What can you see on the screen? What does it look like? Please your ideas. Okay, so this is prompt for our today's topic. What is the key phrase? Yes, today we will talk about development education in the era of globalization. Look at the word cloud at a board and try to create word combinations such as social learning, dominant ideas, and etc. So the answers could be like educational development, social education, global education, educational learning, global development, social development, learning development, and social learning, and etc. Okay, so now, as you see, there are given 8 terminologies such as initiatives to marginalize, distorted, mainstream, paradigm, xenophobia, commitment, and perspectives. Your task is to match them with their right and correct definition below. For example, initiative is the new plan for dealing with a particular problem for achieving a particular purpose. Now please find the others. So the answers are right here. You can compare your answers to these correct ones on a screen. Let me read it for you. To marginalize means to relegate to the fringe, put out, mainstream, make seem unimportant. Distorted means changed. Mainstream is the ideas and opinions that are thought to be normal because they are shared by most people. Paradigm is a particular attitude towards something, a way of thinking about something. Xenophobia is a strong feeling of dislike or fear of people from other countries. Commitment is the willingness to work hard and give your energy and time. Perspectives are typical examples or patterns of something. And now, after all the text, we have following questions. Pay your attention, please. They sound like this. What is the impact of globalization upon people's life? What are the advances and progress within the framework set by globalization and economic competitiveness? Why is development education is so important? And why does it need to be part of the mainstream of formal learning opportunities? Why can the traditional development non-governmental organization, which is NGO, no longer claim to be the fountain of all knowledge or the experts? Does development education challenge the status quo? And if it does, what alternative does it offer? So yeah, in fact, the most significant psychological consequence of globalization is that it transforms one's identity in terms of how people think about themselves in relation to the social environment. According to Jeffrey Arnott of 2002, there are 4 major issues related to identity, which develop due to the globalization. The first one is actually the development of a bicultural identity, or perhaps a hybrid identity, which means that part of one's identity is rooted in a local culture, while another part stems from an awareness of one's relation to the global world. The development of global identities is no longer just a part of immigrants and ethnic minorities. People today, especially the young, development an identity that gives them a sense of belonging to a worldwide culture, which includes an awareness of events, practices, styles, and information that are a part of the global culture. Media such as television and especially the internet, which allows for instant communication with any place in the world, play an important part in developing a global identity. Yet, along with this new global identity, people continue to retain and develop their local identity for daily interactions with their family, with their friends, and with the community as well. And yeah, globalization can be successful. There are many examples that I could give, but just few of them. In the 1980s, for example, only a handful of brands such as Coca-Cola and IBM ruled the global stage. However, as the internet continues to lower the barriers to entering new markets, an increasing number of companies are able to achieve this level of influence. Today, building a global brand requires a lot more than simply translating your website into different languages. The most successful companies understand that consistent and universally appealing messaging has to be combined with an understanding of local culture and tastes, a tactic that's known as the global strategy. And when it comes to Apple, let's say, arguably the most successful global brand of our time, we can all learn a thing or two from Apple. When it comes to its products, the company has opted for a one-size-fits-all strategy, with iPhone design identical regardless of region. And whilst this can be a dangerous tactic, Apple's minimalist and intuitive approach has resulted in products with global appeal. However, the brand knows where the standardization needs to end. The customer service protocol of each of its worldwide stores is tailored to suit local tastes, and despite having the same look and feel regardless of location, the content on the Apple side is carefully translated and localized for internal audiences. The role of education in developing countries is a very important one, as lack of education causes poverty and slow economic development of a country, especially if the country is a developing country. Education is very important for everyone. It is a primary need of any individual. Every girl or boy, child should have the right to quality education so that they can have better chances in life, including employment opportunities and better health. When it comes to the role of education, well, the role of education in poverty reduction is enormous. Some advantages of education might be it boosts economic growth and increases the GDP of a country. It even reduces infant mortality rate, increases human life expectancy. Education is an important investment in a country as there are huge benefits. Education guarantees lifetime income. It promotes peace and reduces dropout rates from schools and colleges and encourages healthy competition. Many children drop out from colleges as they are not aware of the advantages of college education. Education helps in making the right decision at a time of conflicts. That's all for today. Thank you all for today's lesson, and goodbye.